Welcome back to History of Simple Things. You might wonder, it's one of those everyday mysteries hiding in plain sight. You open a square box to reveal a perfectly round pizza that's usually sliced into triangles. Nothing matches, and yet nobody questions it while they're hungry. But this design isn't random. It's not laziness. It's not tradition for tradition's sake. There are real, practical, economic, and even engineering reasons behind that square box. So today, we're diving into a question that seems silly at first, but the more you think about it, the stranger it becomes. Why are pizza boxes square if pizzas are round? And once you understand them, you'll never look at pizza packaging the same way again. Let's start with the most obvious part, the pizza itself, right here, on History of Simple Things. Pizza as we know it today traces back to Naples, where flatbreads evolved into the iconic dish we now love. Traditional Neapolitan pizza is hand-tossed. When you stretch dough by hand, spinning it in the air, centrifugal force naturally shapes it into a circle. It's simply the easiest and most efficient form. Rolling dough into a perfect square would take extra steps and tools. A circle forms organically. It cooks evenly in round ovens. It's simple, fast, and consistent. So the pizza being round makes perfect sense, but that still doesn't explain the box. Now imagine you run a pizza shop. You need boxes, thousands of them. How do you make them? Most pizza boxes are made from corrugated cardboard sheets. These sheets are produced flat, cut by machines, and folded into shape. Creating a square or rectangular box from a flat sheet is incredibly straightforward. Straight lines, straight cuts, clean folds. Making a circular box? That's a completely different story. A round box would require curved cuts, more complex die patterns, and additional manufacturing steps. It would waste more cardboard because circles don't fit neatly next to each other when cut from rectangular sheets. That wasted material translates directly into higher costs. Squares are efficient. They maximize material usage and simplify production. When you're producing millions of boxes, even a tiny increase in material waste becomes expensive. So the square box wins immediately in manufacturing efficiency. Let's move from factories to restaurants. Picture a busy Friday night in a pizza kitchen. Stacks of flat, unfolded boxes are stored against walls. After folding, completed boxes are stacked neatly on top of each other. Square boxes stack beautifully. They align edge to edge. They don't roll. They don't slide. Round boxes, however, would create gaps when stacked side by side. They wouldn't maximize shelf space. In delivery cars, square boxes sit snugly together, reducing movement during transport. If you've ever carried multiple pizzas, you've probably stacked them like books. That works because of flat sides and square edges. In logistics, space efficiency equals money saved. Square packaging optimizes every inch, from warehouse shelves to delivery vehicles. Here's something most people never think about. Corners are strong. A square pizza box has 4 corners that provide structural stability. When folded correctly, those corners reinforce the lid and base, helping the box hold weight. If someone places another pizza box on top, the corners distribute the pressure. The flat lid resists bending. The shape works with the natural rigidity of corrugated cardboard. Circular boxes don't have corners. They rely on curved edges, which are harder to reinforce using simple folds. To achieve similar strength, manufacturers would need more material or thicker cardboard, again increasing costs. So from an engineering standpoint, The square isn't just cheaper, it's sturdier. Have you ever noticed those small holes in pizza boxes? They're not decoration. Hot pizza releases steam. If that steam gets trapped, condensation forms. Condensation makes the crust soggy. Nobody wants that. Square boxes allow for strategic placement of small ventilation holes along flat edges. It's easier to punch clean, functional holes into straight sides than curved ones. The flat lid also helps manage airflow. Interestingly, pizza box design has evolved over time. While no single inventor is universally credited, early large-scale pizza box production in the United States was popularized by companies like Michigan Box Company in the mid-20th century, helping standardize the foldable square design we see today. That simple foldable square box became the industry standard because it worked economically and functionally. Once the square pizza box became common, an entire supply chain formed around it. Equipment, folding machines, delivery bags, shelving systems, all optimized for square dimensions. Changing the box shape would mean redesigning much more than cardboard. It would require adjusting kitchen workflows, retraining staff, and altering delivery systems. Now here's a twist. Square pizzas do exist. In Detroit, Detroit-style pizza is baked in rectangular pans, producing a thick, airy crust with crispy edges. In Rome, pizza al taglio is often rectangular and sold by the slice. In those cases, square or rectangular boxes make even more sense because the food matches the packaging more closely. But globally, the classic round pizza still dominates, and so the square box remains the most versatile solution. So the next time you open a pizza box, take a second to appreciate it. That plain square lid represents decades of refinement, manufacturing logic, and real-world problem-solving. Sometimes the most ordinary objects tell the most interesting stories. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.